Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights Endfield reaction. Today we have one requested by Tiffania and my executive producers. This is a 13-minute long song, and the title is kind of a tongue twister, so excuse me while I read this. Old Deep Water Dies, by Rising Tide It Is Denied. Poetry, but also what the fucking word salad. Anyway, I'm gonna hear what this is. It is long enough, I'm not sure how deep into the music theory I'll go, but it really just depends on how much, if at all, it inspires me. So without further ado, let's go! Starting with throat singing. Strong start. Oh, is this like multiple songs? I just saw the play bar, 3 minutes for the first one. Is that out of 5? Tiffania. Really stretching that request, huh? Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to break down all of these individually. There's no way I've got time for that. Maybe it's not out of 5 though, it's only 13 minutes. Maybe if some are really short. Ooh, that was a fun chord. I really like that, I don't know if that's a piano, but it sounds really fragile in there. It might be a dulcimer. Yeah, they definitely have some traditional instruments in here for sure. I'm just not sure entirely which ones. I love that chord that settles in. So that guy's voice, just that low note dig, caught my ear there. And there might be like a guzheng mixed in there. That might be one of the instruments. I love just leaving the throat singing to be the drone at the end. That's really cool. Oh, I was right. It is probably gonna be 5 songs. All right, so I'm just gonna listen to these. I love that they just throw in these little jazzy chords in there. It's a 2 for 2 on the song count. Sorry, I'm getting like really quiet. It's just so peaceful, like my brain shut off for a second. Ooh. Ooh, Ooh, was that a rain stick? Killing it with the sound design textures on this one. Ooh, see, like that. That sounds very like Northern European, that little pass there. Like, clearly this is an Asia-inspired location. But that do-do-do-do-do, like, that's very... Huh. I mean, I suppose it could work in a pentatonic, but... I'm letting my thoughts get ahead of my processing for the next song. See, this one's more of like a, it feels like a battle theme, this one. There's a little bit more tension to this one. It's not like we're no longer in the town. You're not as safe anymore. Ooh. Modernize a little bit there. At first I wanted to say that was a shamisen, but now I'm like, maybe that's a koto. It's kind of hard to tell with all the processing on it, though, to be honest. It feels like modern shamisen, though. Nah, it's got more twanginess than most shamisen does. Maybe it is a koto. In that high register, it can be really hard to tell, especially with the processing on it. The like plucking style too is a lot more sharp, you know? Okay, this immediately has to be some fight theme. That's different. The last one hinted at that modernization. Now we're here. See, this feels more shamisen to me. God, why can't I figure out which one? But it still has that, like, high twanginess to it that a koto does. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It sounds sick as hell either way, but... it's eating away at my weeb brain, not being able to tell. No, that, okay. That's gotta be a shamisen. I can hear the resonance of the snake skin on it. I can hear like the body of it. Not to mention the plucking style here is... Definitely a modern style, very contemporary. Makes sense, but this might be a Kodo. Maybe it's both. Final answer, both. That's way too high for a standard shamisen of any sort. The world's smallest shamisen. Yeah, that final, like, pluck, too, just really snapping that string there. Now we're metal. Jesus Christ. Ooh. That's such a good pattern. Woo! Damn. Oh, not the fall. Oh, come on. Bringing down the vocals there, too? This started off so subtle and beautiful, so traditional and glorious. And now they're like, welcome to hell. Damn. Let's go, dude. Ooh, oh. Little half step drop there. Ooh, gross. I love that the vocals are so clean. Ooh. There's that half step again. Damn, okay. That was a journey to go on in 13 minutes. So like I said, there are too many songs here for me to individually break down each one. This video would be almost an hour, if not over an hour long, if I did that for each individual song. So overall thoughts, really love how they handled this. I loved that progression of starting in the traditional sound and continuously adding just a little bit more modernization until they got to like the full metal inclusion. That is so cool. I love that. I love that they were like, you know what? Let's let you on soft. Let's like bring you in, just kind of introduce you to the family, you know, shake hands, whatever. And all of a sudden, here's all the trauma dumping. And it's like, oh, great. I didn't know I signed up for this today. But that also works so well for this, like having that introduction be so calm and be like, welcome to the area. This is the new location you get to deal with. Meet some of the people, mill around, talk, figure things out, find out what they need. What are the needs of the people? You are the administrator. You need to figure this shit out. It's your job. And then it's like, cool. And now here's the boss. Here's all the shit we gotta deal with on our daily basis. Here's the threats to the villages you're dealing with here now. And I just love that they decided to continuously and subtly add a layer each time. Obviously, when you're listening to this all back to back, that progression is a lot more obvious than I think it would be if you were playing the game. You would get so used to hearing one theme for so long that it wouldn't really feel like it was subtly adding this sort of context to the music. But the fact that they do that in the actual soundtrack makes it work so much better for the general layout of the songs, and it feels so good to hear it. And just being able to peel away those layers too, like if you were to listen to these in reverse and you'd be like, oh, what, we're starting metal, that's pretty sick, traditional hybrid metal, awesome, great, fantastic, very contemporary, very cool. And then suddenly you're back in like 1502 and it's like, whoa, that's beautiful. But like, you kind of wonder what happened, but kind of in a funny way. And to be referential here, instead of the factory must grow, the music must grow, and therefore you get to hear that progression, and that's really fucking cool. I love that. I mean, like, I don't really have much else to say as a general opinion of this, because that's kind of everything I want to say about this in a general opinion. Everything else you heard during the reaction. But as much as I would love to get to some of these individually and talk about what makes each one unique, that would just take too long, and obviously is well beyond the scope of my available time for these videos. That would take me probably 4 to 5 hours to be able to do all of that and record everything. That would be like recording 3 or 4 videos in a row, back to back to back to back to back. So it's like, I can't really do that, but I do love this sound. That does not take any of the experience away, and I'm glad I got to hear all of these. Back to back was super interesting because I got to hear that evolution happen so subtly and naturally, but individually, I would love to be able to break these down if I could, but again, just time. But thank you all so very much for watching anyway, and if you want me to get to something else from Endfield, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, like Tefania did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon and get the executive producer tier, where you can force me to listen to something. Doesn't matter what it's from, who it's by, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!